Okay guys, today we are gonna try to make some Black Eagle X impact shafts, and these shafts are the ones I'm using, and on the recent hunt I was also using these shafts. And the thing about these shafts is that when we are getting these shafts, they comes with this outsert, 45 grain outsert, and that's pretty fine. We are putting this outsert on like this, and it's looking pretty cool, right? But the problem about this is that this is only an outsert, and we don't have any pin inside to stabilize the shaft inside. And the problem with that is that if we're having a hollow shaft like this tube, and we are hitting something hard, maybe a bone or something hard with our arrow when we are shooting 3D or something, if we're hitting something hard, there's a risk of the arrow to break like this, because it's hollow inside. But if we are putting a center pin inside this tube, we cannot break it. Okay, so it's always gonna break exactly where the outsert is ending, right here. Okay, so what to do then? I also have these are inserts. They are only inserts, and you can get these on AliExpress or maybe Amazon even, and many places you can get these. You can also just put these in. These are 120 grain. You can also just put these in like this, and they are pretty cool like this. Okay, but the problem about this is that if you're hitting something hard, or when you're shooting 3D, or maybe a bone or something in an animal, there is a big risk of you making a banana out of this shaft, because there's no collar outside to protect it from the outside. So this is only an insert, and the other one is only an outsert. So what I'm doing is that I'm combining these two right here. I'm combining these. So how can I do that? Yeah, I'm taking this insert, and I'm gonna cut it right there. This is the pin from this insert right here. And then I'm gonna put this pin inside of this shaft with the epoxy I have right here. And then I'm gonna put the outsert on the shaft afterwards. So now we're gonna do that, and I hope you can see what I'm doing right here on the table, so I don't have to flip the camera. First we are gonna open the epoxy here. This epoxy is the EA40, the same epoxy they are using to glue the laminates on the bows. Okay. So here we have it, and we're gonna take some of the white stuff, put in here. Like this. You can probably use all other kinds of epoxy also, but now I'm using this one. You don't need much to. You don't need to mix much to make some arrows. You don't take much epoxy to. So now we have mixed that. These outserts here, they are fitting extremely well on these shafts. They are actually fitting a little bit too well, so it's almost impossible to get them on. So therefore I'm using this sponge with some very fine sandpaper on it. And I'm just spinning the arrow around like this, just to take a little bit off this shaft on the outside. Like that. Okay. So then we are going to take the epoxy here. And put some on the pin. Like this. And we are going to put the pin inside the shaft here. I'm twisting it a little bit when I'm pushing it in, like this. So then I'm gonna clean the end off here. I'm just scraping it over here. Because we don't want to push any glue up in the outsert, because there's this thread up here to fix the broadhead or the tip. Okay, so we don't want any glue up there. Then we have problems. So now we're going to put on the outsert, because when I'm sliding on the outsert now, I'm pushing the glue that way and not the other way around. So never put the glue inside the outsert. So when you're putting the shaft inside the outsert, you're pushing the glue up in the threads. That's not a good idea. So now we're going to put this on, and I'm going to twist it all the way in like this. Okay, and then we are taking some paper here and taking off so now we already have a decent FOC without the tip on it. And these pins, they weigh 55 grain, maybe 57 grain or something. And with the 45 grain, we are 103 or something. Okay, and that's fine for a standpoint. So now I'm putting it, when I'm putting a 200 grain tip on this arrow, we have a very high FOC. It's already decent now. Okay, so I hope you like this tip, and I'll see you next time. So now I'm going to continue with the rest. Okay, so I'm going to see you next time. Bye.